Greetings everybody, it's Prepper Fitness. I want to thank you so much for watching my video. It's been a while since I posted any content. I sincerely apologize for that. The last 6 months for me have been extraordinarily busy. I recently moved into a new place. I'm starting a number of different projects in regard to my work. And so with that, I haven't really had the opportunity, or I should say I haven't made the opportunity to really schedule some time to bring you all some content. So I'm hoping to go ahead and do that right now. So as you all are aware, the purpose of this channel is to bring you all long-term reviews for products in the exercise and fitness, preparedness, firearms, Second Amendment community, and or prepper community. I do reviews on these products in excess of a year or more at bare minimum, to let you all know as the audience if these products are worth your hard-earned money. So with that, today I want to go ahead and do actually a 3-year review on the Microtech Combat Troodon. Again, that is the Microtech Combat Troodon. All right, I'm going to go ahead and show you a close-up of the knife. See if I can get the camera to go ahead and stabilize on that. Okay, this is the Microtech Combat Troodon. You can see the pocket clip. You can see the glass breaker. You can see the serial number and the created on date here. As you can tell, this knife was produced in April of 2021. I bought it in April of 2021 from a certified vendor or certified dealer. This was PVK Vegas. So this is a genuine knife. It was bought from PVK Vegas. If you're not familiar with PVK Vegas, they are a big deal within the knife community. They sell genuine Microtech knives. So for those of you that are going in the comments section saying, oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, it's real. I don't buy knives in the secondary market. I buy knives because they're oftentimes so often counterfeited. I buy them from reputable dealers. Here is the box, and again, you can see more information there. Microtech's Combat Troodon. This is the double-edged version with a stone-washed finish blade. Unfortunately, I can't actually show you the blade because, as you can see here, today, this thing jumped out on me. So it made it over a year. Actually, it made it over 3 years. So you may be asking yourself why it is that I'm about to recommend that you pass on this knife. Well, there's a couple of different reasons. First and foremost, this knife is extraordinarily expensive for breaking. Okay. This knife cost me something like $500 to $550 after tax and shipping. Okay, I don't have to sit here and explain to all of you that that is a lot of money for a knife. Okay, that's an extraordinary amount of money for something that has a very basic role of being able to cut and flex into a self-defense role if absolutely necessary. Okay, in this case, I bought this also as a rescue knife because it has that glass breaker at the end. I like to carry knives with glass breakers on them because I want them to be able to double as a rescue tool if I need to go ahead and punch myself out of a vehicle via the side window if I ever get into a car accident. How likely is that to happen? I don't know, but it's what I like to carry. So as you're seeing here, this knife, over 3 years old, I have carried this quite often over the last 3 years. It has very little wear. You can probably see little bits of the wear here. It's been carried in my right front pocket because I'm left-handed and my left hand gets my other self-defense item. My right hand is supposed to be free if my left hand is not able to get to that primary self-defense tool. So this is meant to go ahead and come out and produce a blade if necessary. Okay, as you can see here today, this thing crapped out. And the reason why I'm so upset with this is because This Microtech Combat Troodon has not actually been used to cut anything. You heard that correctly. Since this thing arrived in my mailbox all of those years ago, I have reserved this specifically for social and or self-defense purposes. Meaning I carry a Leatherman multi-tool for utilitarian purposes. So if I need to cut a box, if I need to cut this thing over here, or if I need to pry my way out of something, I have a Leatherman Surge for that type of application. So this knife was being carried specifically for rescue purposes, being able to punch out of a window, and self-defense purposes, okay? That's important because it's never actually cut anything over the last 3 years. And today, while opening it up to go ahead and do the flicky thing, to fidget with it, it just stopped working, okay? Earlier, I was able to get the blade out and play with it to try and put it on track, to get it back on track, but apparently being on track is not something that this blade is actually experiencing. There's something wrong with the internal mechanisms here. For $550 for a knife that's never been used in any type of hard use situation, it's never been used to cut anything, it's only ever been carried and flicked open and flicked closed. And even then, I do that pretty sparingly. I rarely ever actually deploy this thing. And today I did it just to check the functionality of the blade, and sure enough, it's crapped out. So I say all of that because I want to let you all know that if you're buying a Microtech OTF knife, I have enough data points with various Microtech OTFs to let you know as the consumer that understand that if you're buying this for collector's purposes and not for utilitarian purposes. This is not a reliable knife, nor is any Microtech knife a reliable knife for everyday carry or self-defense. Let me tell you why I can make that claim. You may be saying to yourself, you only have a sample size of one Prepper Fitness. How could you possibly know that they're all like that? Well, actually, I have a sample size of 3. So, within the last year, I've also purchased the Microtech Ultratech Sith Lord version. Okay, this is an Ultratech. I've got a red blade. Every couple of flicks, this thing will just straight up malfunction. And I'll have to fidget with it in order to get it back on track. And just so that you all are aware, I've also kept up with Microtech's recommended maintenance on these blades over the years. So Microtech recommends flushing this thing out with Remington oil and using compressed air to go ahead and blow it out, get all the debris out. I've done that, and it's still gone and crapped out. In addition to that, I've also acquired, within the last year, the Microtech Makora. Again, these were all purchased through PVK Vegas. The Makora is a beautiful knife out the front, but what you'll notice is that every couple of flicks, I may be able to get it to do it here on camera, but I also might not. It will do another malfunction. So I say all of this to let you all know that there is a reason why troops overseas and anyone who is serious about carrying a blade for social purposes doesn't actually consider these a reliable self-defense tool. And I draw attention to that because many of you here are interested in firearms, you're interested in the Second Amendment community, you're interested in the preparedness community. So many of you are actually carrying a blade for those types of purposes. Okay? I cannot, in good faith, recommend any Microtech out the front knife for that purpose, if that's why you're carrying it. Now, if you are a collector of fine cutlery and you want to go ahead and just have the knife for collector's purposes, if you like viewing knives as beautiful works of art, awesome. Totally support that. If you have the spare cash, if it fits within your budget, if you want to go ahead and have it for that, it's your money, and I want you to go ahead and deploy that cash wherever it is that you find joy. But for those of you that are on a budget, or those of you that have heard a lot about Microtech and are considering getting an out the front knife via Microtech, that's going to be a hard pass from me. Now, I have other Microtech knives. I have the SOCOM Elite, and I'll do a review on that here probably within the next month or so. That's been very reliable, but it's not the automatic version of the SOCOM Elite. It's the manual version. I have a fixed blade. I have 2 fixed blade knives by Microtech, and those they're fixed blade. So there's no mechanical deal to go ahead and get wrong. But this is absolutely unacceptable. So I'm considering sending this back to Microtech and having them fix this. And what I'm more than likely going to do is I'm just going to sell these. I'm probably going to sell these at a loss, because for those of you that are watching this video right now, just know this. A lot of people in the knife community will tell you that you can sell knives for a profit, but these really aren't as rare as people make them out to be. Okay? More than likely, these are going to end up being sold at somewhat of a loss. So again, just be careful with where you deploy your money. I would recommend a good fixed blade. If you're looking for a knife that can be used just to flex into a utilitarian role, Leatherman Surge, I'm going to do a video on that. That's a hard yes. But any Microtech out the front knife, whether it's the Ultratech, whether it's the Macora, they've all been garbage. They look nice. They sound really cool. Microtech Combat Troodon, that sounds tactical as hell. Not a very good utilitarian knife. I would not trust my life with this. I'm going to refrain from carrying any of these. These are not good social blades for self-defense purposes. So again, I hope this saves you all some valuable cash. I hope that you're able to go ahead and take this review for what it's worth. It's just my opinion. It's a sample size of 3, but I think 3 all in one case. I think 3 for me is enough. I'm not going to recommend this in good faith. Cool collector's item, bad utilitarian knife, bad self-defense knife, bad social knife. So with that, again, the Microtech Combat Troodon, the Microtech Ultratech, and the Microtech Macora, all out the front knives. Those are going to be hard passes. They are unreliable. Thank you all so very much for watching my video, and I hope this helps.